time. She struck gold. And with that...
Duck.
A pet duck?
Yeah.
What do you want a pet duck for?
Because they're really cute, and then I can take it on walks and I can take it to the skate park.
Or for a surf, a sport she still loves when the water's not too chilly.
When I was like 8 years old, and it was because like in winter it just got too cold, so my dad took me to the skate park.
Too young to stay in the athlete's village, Arissa is chaperoned at a hotel.
At least we get an actual bed.
And exactly, you're not sleeping on the cardboard bed.
So how does a 14-year-old celebrate winning an Olympic gold?
I'm probably just going to go hang out with...
Well, Sydney 2000 was the last time our men's track cycling sprint team won a medal, and four-time Olympian Matthew Glaetzer has been trying for more than a decade to break that drought. Finally, it's come, as the trio of Australia's fastest riders tasted success.
Running, and we are guaranteed for more. Our men's team Pursuit have set up a showdown with Great Britain for a gold medal after breaking a world record.
Tonight is the night to stay up and watch athletics. Pole vaulter Nina Kennedy and discus thrower Madani are right in the hunt for gold in Paris, while on the track Jessica Hull looked every bit the medal hopeful as she cruised through the 1500 metres heats.
The 200 is a close runner-up. The battle just as fierce. The names just as big.
A special welcome home party has been confirmed by the Premier for our Olympians and Paralympians. Mike Dalton joins us from Darling Harbour now. Mike, what's planned?
Cash, not so much Black Friday, but Gold Friday. Friday the 13th of September here at Tumbalong Park at Darling Harbour. The Premier, Chris Minns, confirming today this will be Sydney's official welcome home to our returning Olympians and Paralympians. It will be a meet and greet, a chance to get a photo with our returning athletes. The event due to kick off at midday. The Premier hoping that office workers in the CBD will head on down to give our representatives a warm welcome home. Tash?
It'll be a big one. Thank you, Mike. Well, she's represented her country at 5 Olympic Games, and today diver Melissa Wu was happy to pass the baton to her teammate, 17-year-old Ellie Cole. Wu finished 11th in the 10-metre platform, but just reaching this final was an achievement after a string of injuries forced her to slash her training. Year 12 student Cole placed higher, finishing 7th in her Games debut.
And a quick check of the medal tally. As we check in, the US is on top with 24 golds, closely followed by China. Australia is sitting third with 14 gold medals. Working families across Australia have been hit hard by cost of living increases over the last year. It comes as the Reserve Bank today told the Senate government spending can't buy an interest rate cut.
In front of the Treasurer's office, Tutu demonstrators dance for climate.
We turn up the tunes.
It's not the worst thing Jim Chalmers heard today.
I think that, we are at high risk of recession here.
New cost of living figures from the Bureau of Statistics showed working families hit hardest by price rises, up 6.2% from this time last year. That's well above the rate of inflation. Welfare recipients are up 4.6%, pensioners 4.1%.
The group that is most hit is the 29s to 49, i.e. the mortgage book, and the ones above 65 are fine.
The RBA summons before the Senate. Cost of living remains the number one issue for Australian voters, and cost of housing the number one contributor, with skills shortages replacing material shortages as the biggest barrier to the build.
More reports of labour shortages than were typical pre-COVID, and more reports of capacity constraints than were typical pre-COVID.
State and federal governments have a target of 1.2 million new homes built in the next 5 years. The Property Council tonight estimating will fall 297,000 homes short. This year's budget included energy bill relief for households and small businesses. The Reserve Bank confirming tonight that may bring relief, but it won't bring a rate cut.
Focusing quite closely on trimmed mean inflation, because we know that headline inflation is going to be impacted by the government's energy rebates and other cost of living measures.
Leaving rates higher for a little longer. Charles Croucher, NBN News.
You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, all your local stories, plus bombshell evidence heard at the inquiry into a Taipan helicopter crash that killed 4 servicemen last year.
And Strike Force bandit strikes gold. A Sydney man charged, accused of stealing $600,000 worth of collector Bluey coins.
So long. Yeah.
Sorry about it. Go to South South England Reef. Book your stay now and safe. Just one journey beyond's iconic Australian travel experiences. Search Journey Beyond today.
At Tank World, we're going for gold. Be first across the line and get an amazing deal, like our 47 750-litre tank from only $57.65. Gold medal deals must end August 12th. See Tank World, 1-800-68-69-70.
It's the 40 Winks Sleep Event of the Year. Up to 50% off mattresses, up to 30% off furniture. 40 Winks are even handling the heavy lifting with free delivery. This sale is for a limited time only. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
A health company would get people back on their feet after things go wrong. And it will make complicated stuff simple. A health company will cover you no matter who's driving your car. Or if you forgot to lock your front door. Kevin. It would hire climate scientists and try to predict the unpredictable. Do all those things. So, that's what we're doing. NRMA Insurance. A health company.
To sell, get a free real estimate of what your home is worth right now. Because realestate.com.au is where more people sell more homes, we'll give you more real home price insights. And when you know what you might get for your home, you can be confident going after your next one. Keep moving with realestate.com.au. NBN News, brought to you by Loving On, Australia's official retail partner, and by Samsung.
The Taipan helicopters that Australia dumped instead of donating to Ukraine may not have been the cause of a fatal crash off Queensland last year. Bombshell evidence from a test pilot today revealed the helmet-mounted night vision used by pilots may have been to blame.
The evidence defence didn't want heard. The aircraft is perfectly serviceable and able to fly, but the aircraft was under the control of the crew, but impacted the ground. Defence test pilot Lieutenant Colonel Brendan Reinhardt found problems posed by a high-tech headset used by helicopter pilots was unacceptably high and a big risk of what's called controlled flight into terrain. The people piloting the aircraft believe they have control of it, but are unaware where the earth is or where the aircraft is going fully, and the aircraft flies into the ground. Which is suspected of happening on July 28 last year. 4 airmen killed when their Taipan helicopter plummeted at high speed into the sea off Lindeman Island in the wet Sundays. As 60 Minutes uncovered, testing revealed the Top Owl helmet generated an ambiguous display, making it a substantial risk of multiple deaths. Colonel Reinhardt was so concerned he abandoned his tests early. We had no concept of what this ambiguity was. We did not know why it was behaving.
Defence allowed its pilots to use top owl helmets after separate testing, but given the test pilot's evidence today, it has a lot of questions to answer.
As for the Taipan fleet, they've been grounded, stripped for parts, awaiting secret burial. Andrew Probin, NBN News.
Bluey's dad may be called Bandit, but police have arrested a man over an alleged real-life heist in Sydney. A Westmead man taken into custody accused of stealing $600,000 worth of limited edition coins. In the colourful world of Bluey the cattle dog, cash is king.
That's $100 please.
The Australian show is adored around the world, and it seems the Crims have also been watching.
Change it back.
In June, 63,000 specially minted dollar coins were allegedly stolen from a Wetherill Park warehouse. A heist police claim was an inside job.
We alleged that this particular male facilitated the movement of those coins into an area that was not secured.
On the case, detectives from Strikeforce Bandit arresting 47-year-old employee Stephen Nielsen at his home in Westmead.
We believe another 2 males were involved in the theft.
Police were tipped off when the unreleased coins started selling for $20 each online.
Well, it was a bingo moment when we come across the coins.
Only a small amount of these coins have been seized. The rest, police believe, are now in circulation. So next time you get some change, have a look. You could own a slice of Bluey history. And perhaps inspiration for this crazy canine's next adventure.
I want you to throw the book at her.
If the producers decide to make an episode on this, that'd be fine.
James Wilson, NBN News.
A man's been jailed for his role in a public place shooting in the Hunter 2 years ago. Today, the Newcastle District Court heard Brian Maynard was on parole when the incident occurred.
Brian Maynard's image on display today sentenced over a faceless public place shooting. According to agreed facts, the now 27-year-old was dropped off by a driver with 3 other armed men disguised by balaclavas on the morning of October 16, 2022, when shots were fired, hitting a hire car at a property on Goldenham Street, Tenambit. Maynard, then a member of the Lone Wolves motorcycle gang, using a double-barrel shotgun. Having pleaded guilty to firing the weapon today, Newcastle District Court Judge Roy Ellis told Maynard the incident was gratuitous criminality intended to intimidate the victims at their home over a dispute, and noting the 27-year-old had been on parole for just 5 months, said a third charge should have been added, stupidity, to his 2 firearms offences, to which Maynard appeared to smile and nod via video link. The judge, concerned he was still theoretically a member of the gang and still sees them as family, saying that his mental health and drug abuse issues would need to be overcome for his long-term rehabilitation. Judge Ellis pointed to Maynard's lengthy time in custody, spending just 15 months of the past 9 years in the community. He was today handed more jail time, a minimum 2 years and 3 months. His sentence backdated, Brian Maynard will be eligible for parole in November 2025. Sarah Iuliano, NBN News.
It's one of the biggest issues facing our community, and now the rising cost of living is leading to an alarming statistic in the Upper Hunter. A homelessness support service in Muswellbrook says more resources are needed following a shocking rise in demand for its services.
Groceries, petrol and power bills. They're the weekly costs that continue to climb, and Hunter residents are feeling the pinch now more than ever.
I haven't really been out with mates or stuff like that because I don't have the money to sort of stay at home and try and save, but even then it's not really working.
Home in Place says there's been a significant rise in the number of people experiencing homelessness in the Upper Hunter.
Our rates in the last 12 months have actually increased over 400% just for the Muswellbrook area alone.
More than 560 people have applied for housing with Home in Place over the last year. Many of those
working families.
We have around 200 households waiting for housing. If you expand that to the Greater Upper Hunter region, we're talking well over 1,000.
Organisations like Home in Place say it's becoming increasingly difficult to get people into emergency accommodation, with only 3 providers currently facilitating it in the Upper Hunter. But it could get worse for some ratepayers, following a recent decision by Upper Hunter Shire Council to apply for a 33% rate rise over the next 3 years.
And there's a lot of people finding it very hard at the moment to meet that commitment, with the interest rates going up, the cost of living, the cost of fuel, the cost of power.
They're having to make choices every day around whether they pay rent or whether they are able to buy groceries and feed their family.
Yeah, stay with a mate. So it's pretty cheap for rent-wise, but if I was forced to, rent by myself or anything, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
This National Homelessness Week, the organisation says affordable housing is needed now.
We just don't have the resources. We don't have the social and affordable housing that we can provide people.
Lauren Kemp, NBN News.
McDonald Jones Stadium was full of excitement today as students look towards their employment futures. A careers expo empowering young people with disabilities by helping them transition from school into the workforce.
This band doesn't use everyday instruments. Instead, guests were welcomed by a group making music with exercise balls and pool noodles.
This expo we do every year. It's incredibly important for students with disabilities transitioning from school to have all these services, all these options coming together to one place.
The Future Transition Choices Expo features a variety of workshops, information booths and networking opportunities.
Once they leave school, that support that they've had in school is no longer there. So we're trying to get them to take that next step.
The participants include students who sometimes face the most barriers to accessing the workforce. This event has a focus on fostering an inclusive work environment.
It can be quite challenging when all you've known is the school system to think, what am I going to do afterwards? Where am I going to go to? Where am I going to end up?
Organisers say the expo has grown compared to last year. Today, the stadium is at capacity for exhibitors, with more than 500 students attending. The New South Wales Department of Education, one of the 60 exhibitors providing future training opportunities to students.
They can look into doing an apprenticeship or traineeship in their career that they would like to go into. So a lot of interest has been in automotive or beauty and hairdressing.
After today, students will reflect on the expo to help make an informed decision about their future career.
We do often get feedback that people are coming to see specific exhibitors and then actually leaving with, employment options just from picking up on different services that they weren't planning on accessing.
Imogen McCulloch, NBN News.
A new space for young people in Maitland is another step closer. Construction of the skate park at Gilliston Heights commenced this week, including an upgrade to the existing play area. Located next to Roy Jordan Oval, the almost $1 million project aims to cater for everyone in the community.
Students looking to gain hands-on experience for their future careers are being encouraged to apply for a new trainee program with Cessnock Council. The launch program currently supports 28 apprenticeships and paid roles for undergraduate students.
I get experiences from on site and in the office. It's been very nice.
We've got roles available at the moment through sports turf management, civil construction, IT, planning.
Those interested can apply on Council's website. Some of the country's best wines were on display at Singleton Army Barracks today for the 52nd annual Hunter Valley Wine Show. Judges will assess more than 600 entries from wineries across the region today and tomorrow. There are 27 different trophies up for grabs, including the Ian Riggs Wine of Provenance. Winners will be announced at Cypress Lakes on Friday.
And what a day for a tipple as well. Those clear skies made for another very chilly start this morning. It was cold, down to 2 degrees at Cessnock, but fairly decent temperature swings, warming up to 18, 19.
Coming up next, Army officer turned school teacher turned potential vice president. Kamala Harris unveils her running mate.
And Melissa Caddick's fraud victims promised a multi-million-dollar payout.
spoke to Balboshev. They've seen it all before. Balboshev sorted it out. Thanks, Balboshev.
Get it sorted. Call Beyersdorf lawyers.
If you're looking to sell, get a free real estimate of what your home is worth right now. Because realestate.com.au is where more people sell more homes, we'll give you more real home price insights. And when you know what you might get for your home, you can be confident going after your next one. Keep moving with realestate.com.au. Fancy feast, culinary inspired, delicious. Every delicate bite brings you and your cat closer together. Fancy Feast. Love is in the details.
Looking for something special? Call HV Aluminium.
Looking for something stylish? Call HV Aluminium.
Looking for something stunning? Call HV Aluminium and find whatever you're looking for. Samsung trade-in bonus event on now at Harvey Norman. Trade in any mobile phone with a Sirian when you buy a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 smartphone and get $400 bonus credit on top of your trade-in credit. $300 bonus credit towards your new Galaxy Z Flip 6 smartphone when you trade in any mobile phone with a Sirian. Or trade in any smartwatch with a Sirian and get $200 bonus credit towards your Galaxy Watch Ultra. Trade-in powered by a Sirian. Available in-store only. Harvey Norman, Australia's home retailer. News brought to you by Harvey Norman, proud to be Australia's official retail partner.
A new compensation win for the victims of fraudster Melissa Cannick. The federal court ruling an additional $4 million will be distributed to swindled investors after more of Cannick's assets and luxury items were sold. The 49-year-old disappeared almost 4 years ago.
Kamala Harris has selected her running mate, a former high school teacher with rural roots, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz.
Known as a straight talker, the Democrats hope he's the man to help take on Donald Trump and attract undecided voters.
In the city regarded as the birthplace of American democracy, Kamala Harris reveals her running mate.
I found such a leader.
The governor of Minnesota, with a reputation of being a regular guy from the Midwest.
Thank you for bringing back the joy.
The 60-year-old is a veteran, a hunter, a former high school teacher, and football coach.
Don't ever underestimate teachers.
Today, he got the call up.
Hi, this is Tim.
It's Kamala Harris. Good morning, Governor.
The vice president, swayed by his values and a belief Walz can connect with middle America and strengthen the ticket in key states.
Violent crime was up under Donald Trump. That's not even counting the crimes he committed.
It just highlights how radical Kamala Harris is.
These guys are creepy and, yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see.
And for the Democrats, excitement is at a fever pitch for this White House run. The vice president and her new pick will now blitz in days in the United States. Jonathan Kersley, NBN.
Australians are being urged not to travel to Bangladesh, with the foreign minister describing the South Asian nation as extremely volatile. Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus has been named chief advisor of its interim government after weeks of deadly protests forced longtime Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to flee the country.
Hamas has appointed Houthi militant Yahya to replace its political leader who was assassinated in Tehran last week. Sinwar masterminded the October 7 attacks and is believed to be hiding in Gaza. A further steadying of the share market today following Monday's rout. Finance editor Chris Kohler.
The market is still a little shaky, down at the open before edging to a 0.25% gain by the close today. Banks were mixed, miners fell, and Woodside rallied after a sharp fall yesterday. Overnight, we saw quarterly earnings from Uber and Airbnb. Uber says there were almost 2.8 billion trips taken globally over the 3 months, while Airbnb says there were 125 million bookings, both quite a bit higher than the numbers they were reporting a year ago. And the Aussie dollar was mostly higher today at 65.5 US cents, 60 euro cents and 51.5 British pence. And attention will start to turn to the local profit reports from this week. Major businesses will be unveiling their earnings for the last financial year between now and the end of the month.
Singer turned swimmer Cody Simpson has put on a surprise performance in a Paris bar, serenading patrons with some Frank Sinatra. He's been in Paris supporting his Olympic gold medalist girlfriend, Emma McKeon. More Aussies having a ball in Paris.
Does look fun, doesn't it?
There is quite a collection there as we move to sport with Adam Murray.
Adam, the Boomers, well, they went down swinging in Paris.
Good evening, guys. Paddy Mills sent the game to overtime, but what followed was hard to accept. All the highlights against Serbia next. Also ahead is another Central Coast star on track to medal.
Samsung trade-in bonus event on now at Harvey Norman. Trade in any mobile phone with a Syrian when you buy a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 smartphone and get $400 bonus credit on top of your trade-in credit. $300 bonus credit towards your new Galaxy Z Flip 6 smartphone when you trade in any mobile phone with a Syrian. Or trade in any smartwatch with a Syrian and get $200 bonus credit towards your Galaxy Watch Ultra. Trade-in powered by a Syrian. Available in-store only. Harvey Norman, Australia's home retailer.
Face, culinary insight, cat adored. Every delicious detail, every delicate bite brings you and your cat closer together. Fancy Feast. Love is in the detail.
Cable is better on a better mobile network. We'll do a job of the thing.
Australia's fresh food partner.
For sale than anywhere else. We'll help you keep moving. Mr. Dog. Realestate.com.au. The Mojo Homes mid-year sale is here with up to $85,000 in savings. That means there's so much more to enjoy in your new home, including a $55,000 cash discount, plus free solar, kitchen, bathroom and laundry upgrades, and a $10,000 design studio voucher to personalise your home even more. With up to $85,000 in savings, it's a great time to visit a Mojo display home. Drop in to discover how you get so much more with Mojo.
I'm so proud of you and all the best for Paris.
Why? Daddy.
I love you, Mars. Love you. The whole time you have me so proud of you.
The
Boomers have suffered a devastating exit, knocked out by Serbia in an overtime thriller. Captain Paddy Mills starred in what could be his last game for Australia, but his side fell short, going down 95-90. While the Boomers campaign has come to an end, for our Aussie kayakers, they are just getting started. The Central Coast Riley Fitzsimmons leading the charge in the men's K4 in a boat full of debutants.
It wasn't the start that the Aussie men wanted.
Australia will have to settle for third. That means they'll have a quarter-final this afternoon.
And less than 2 hours later, the K4 team of Fitzsimmons, Van der Westhausen, Collins and Havard were lining up again. This time bursting from the gates and not letting up.
The Aussies have come to play in this quarter-final.
Avoca's Riley Fitzsimmons' experience as a three-time Olympian setting the Aussies' blistering pace.
He's the leader of this quartet, and they will come through in first place.
And a new Olympic best time for Australia in the K4 500.
We called him the vet in the front, and yeah, he's just got so much to give to the boat, and we've been working well together, so it's been an awesome experience for our first Olympics, and Riz's lucky third, hopefully.
I'm pretty lucky to have these three guys pushing me down the course. It's not an easy job for them, so yeah, I'm super lucky to be paddling with these three guys, and we've come very close over this campaign.
Through to the semi-finals on Thursday night. To the track, and Newcastle's newest resident, Jess Hull, started her Olympics campaign with a bang, immediately pushing to the top of the pack in the 1500 metre and putting her foot down in the final 300 to finish in a comfortable second, solidifying her spot in the semis on Friday morning. While Nick Kay's chances to add to his Olympic medal collection have come to a screaming halt, the Boomers down by Serbia in a 5-point overtime thriller, the former Tamworth Thunderbolt returning home empty-handed. And Lake Macquarie sailors Bryn Liddell and Rhiannon Brown are out of contention for the mixed multi-hull medal race, finishing 3 spots shy in 13th overall. Montana Clare, NBN News.
Olympic sailor Matt Wern will have to wait another day for his chance at a gold medal in the men's dinghy race. The wind died off across Marseille, delaying several competitions. Oceana McKenzie has blitzed her first day of climbing, scoring a perfect run on her first attempt in the women's boulder semi-final. Unfortunately, the 22-year-old became stuck on her last climb, but is still ranked 4th. Multiple chances for more Aussie gold tonight. Let's hope Matt Wern can finally get on the water for the dinghy medal race. Then Nina Kennedy will be flying high in the pole vault. At the Velodrome, our men's pursuit team goes head-to-head with Great Britain for Olympic glory, while Matt Denny is a real threat in the men's discus. More sport after the break, including Matt Croker's push for a new deal at the Knights.
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles.
Call Mom Tina at the villa.
Or call Mom Tina at the chalet. It's gonna be a nope to the slopes. Booking.com, yeah.
Think it's better all the way out here on a bit of more than that way. We can take that with you.
To sell, get a free real estimate of what your home is worth right now. Because realestate.com.au is where more people sell more homes, we'll give you more real home price insights. And when you know what you might get for your home, you can be confident going after your next one. Keep moving with realestate.com.au. Do you suffer from painful mild varicose veins? Introducing Caruso's Veins Clear, the new improved formula from Australia's #1 veins care brand. Caruso's Veins Clear contains horse chestnut, a herb traditionally used in Western herbal medicine to relieve the aching in heavy legs, leg swelling and itchiness of mild varicose veins. Caruso's Veins Clear also maintains healthy blood circulation and blood vessel health. Caruso's Veins Clear is made in Australia and comes with a money-back guarantee. Available from leading pharmacies and health stores. Freedom's ultimate sofa sale is on now. Get 10 to 50% off all sofas, including floor stock clearance. Plus, for a limited time, get 50 months interest-free store-wide. Conditions apply. Sale ends Sunday, only at Freedom, home of sofas.
Jack sold his motorbike in his 20s to buy Mia's engagement ring. Today, it's his turn for a surprise. IMB back, right by you.
At Mortels, we think winters in the Hunter are special. That's why we've been making Ugg boots and sheepskin products right here in the Hunter for almost 60 years. We turn cold winter mornings into warm wake-ups and chilly nights into cozy ones. At Mortels, our products are made for Hunter people by Hunter people. So come on in and make this winter a Mortels winter. Thornton and Warners Bay.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman, proud to be Australia's official retail partner.
The under fire Swans were feeling the heat following their humiliating 112-point loss to Port Adelaide, so the team appreciated some time off earlier this week to rest and regroup.
It's been very necessary. Everyone was pretty exhausted, as I said, physically and mentally, so 2 days off is a great refresher for us and we're ready to go.
Sydney is searching for its first win in a month against Collingwood at the SCG on Friday. Matt Croker was a mainstay for the Knights last season, but is now facing the prospect of fighting for a new contract. With his current deal coming to an end, the local junior knows his job for the next 5 games is simple.
Named on the bench to face the Tigers on Sunday, Matt Croker is playing for his future.
It's been maybe a bit more of a difficult season, so I've had to deal with sort of a couple ins and outs of first grade, but I feel personally I've never sort of got complacent by any means.
His 5 appearances in the New South Wales Cup driving the forward to play his best, saying he is focusing on his footy, not his future.
You know, I just sort of let footy and managers handle that kind of thing. I'm not a player manager, so the best I can do is just go out and play good for the club week in, week out.
The elephant in the club this week, the importance of a win on Sunday. The stats, they are on Newcastle's side. The Tigers have lost their past 5 games against the Knights. Also, they aren't at full strength. Justin Olam now out for the rest of the season.
We don't really look at the past. Every year's a new year, every week's a new week, and the Tigers are a team we know that can cause some havoc.
Kai Pearce-Paul tasted success in the Super League, now chasing the same feeling in his debut NRL season.
I feel like I'm going alright. I feel like, week by week is sort of I'm progressing and trying to build more and more on my game. And I guess it's just something that will come with time.
Sophie Scanlon, NBN News.
This year's Newcastle Rugby League final series might be out of reach for Lakes United, but the club still has plenty to play for. The Seagulls host arch-rival Central this weekend on Emma's Warriors Day.
A kit that means more than any other to Lakes United.
Pretty special jersey for our club. Emma's Warriors Day, our family who mean a lot to Lakes and myself personally.
The day honours how Emma Walsh and her family have inspired the community following the Lake Macquarie teenagers' cancer diagnosis. Now they run a charity bringing comfort to sick kids during long hospital stays.
I think Emma's Warriors Day is a celebration of a lot of things, but it's a celebration of what can be done when people come together for a common cause.
Lakes United were forced to wait to play the Round 7 fixture due to a washout. They're now facing back-to-back derby games against the Butcher Boys.
We don't like them. It's well known that it's a big grudge match against them, so yeah, it's tough playing them back-to-back, but hopefully we make a good start this weekend and then we can worry about next week.
Recently re-signing with the club, captain Nick Glowey expects big things.
Yeah, you either want to be a part of finals or not, and it'll kind of show in your performance, and if you don't want to be in finals, you'll probably get dropped already.
For Noel Latui and Jesse Pascoe, Saturday's game will be their first taste of the fierce Newcastle Rugby League rivalry. They know who to keep their eye on. Central's Cam Anderson's reputation precedes him.
I've seen some clips about him. He's been scoring a lot of tries, being big threats to some teams. So it'll be good to go against.
Sophie Scanlon, NBN News.
Lambton and Edgeworth have exited the Australia Cup, both going down 4-1 in their round of 32 matches last night. The Northern New South Wales clubs now turn their focus back to the NPL. Back in the national round for the first time in 8 years, the Jaffers hosted A-League Grand Finalists Melbourne Victory.
Alex Kennedy who saves initially, but Fornaroli puts in the ricochet.
Alex Lee made it 2-0 on senior debut before Lambton's Pat Bond added himself to the highlight reel.
Oh, what a strike! That is one of the best you'll see in the Australia Cup.
There's nothing Jack Duncan can do about that.
It just popped out to me and then took a touch and kind of thought may as well have a crack, and probably the best volley I've ever hit in my life.
Bond's wonder strike a positive in what was a difficult night against a star-studded side. Victory winning 4-1 and advancing to the round of 16.
It's just a good experience, I think. Came out trying to get a result, but I don't know, it's just good fun in the end.
On the other side of the country, Edgeworth's Flynn Goodman scored first against Perth-based NPL club Olympic Kingsway. The hosts levelled in the 35th minute to make it 1-1 and got a leg up after the break.
A second yellow card. Christopher Fayers. Big turning point here in the match.
Eagles midfielder Chris Fayers headed to the sheds for an early shower. Olympic Kingsway going on to punish a 10-man Edgeworth 4-1. And Olympic smashed New Lambton 7-1 last night in the NPL. Jason Hoffman and Lachlan Griffiths both scored twice, ending the side's 2-match losing streak. Despite the loss, the Eagles have avoided relegation next season. Hoffy is scoring goals for fun at the moment.
How good's that? Thanks, Adam.
All right, thank you so much, Adam. Stay with us. Up next, look at all of your local weather details.
With realestate.com.au, you can search more homes for sale than anywhere else and find a choice of expert mortgage brokers who will help you make that house your home sooner. Where's the dog? Keep moving with realestate.com.au.
Try Hungry Jack's new Brisket Deluxe. Fine-grained 100% Aussie double beef, slices of slow-cooked brisket, and smoky barbecue sauce. New Brisket Deluxe and Mega Brisket. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
We say that Mount Buller is better on a better mobile network. Oh, we'll let that out, probably. What?
Live in colour this spring at Myer with 30% off the original price of quilt cover sets by Heritage, Australian House and Garden, View and more. And don't forget, Myer One members can earn credits on every purchase.
My store. Go solar with no money down and no interest with Arise Solar. Install the best-selling 6.6 kilowatt Tier 1 home system, still discounted to an incredible $34.91 with zero deposit and no interest for 21 months.
Limited offer. Call 1-800-ARISE Solar.
Strong, comfortable. Harriet,
fabulous day, spring-like conditions in the air, and we've got more in the kitty coming up in the days ahead. The past 24 hours, mostly dry. That rain band cleared. Some fresh rain falling over the southwest. That system moving into the bight, squeezing out the warmth from central Australia. There is plenty sitting there at the moment. It is really building nicely. Generally fine. Big blue skies locally and for the majority of New South Wales throughout today. We should get another throughout tomorrow. Moving onto the western side of that high, so likely to be even warmer as that front sweeps into the southeast, helping to force out that warm air. Another belt of high there. Not a big one, but it is settling in over the southern half of the nation. Returning fine weather to Perth. The showers there clipping in over Adelaide and for Melbourne, but ahead of it, Sydney finally out of the teens tomorrow and likely to reach 20 degrees. 23 for Brisbane, but look at the Alice, 27 degrees. We haven't seen that for a while, so a sign that we're on the other side of winter, which we are at the moment. We reached 19 glorious degrees for most throughout today after what was a freezing start around Scone, 18 the top at Gosford. Again, it's going to be quite clear. It's going to be generally calm overall. It's a beautiful day and even a little bit of a northerly there drifting in, so that air is going to be just a little bit milder because it still had a bit of bite to it, hasn't it, over the last couple of days. But generally fine, mostly clear skies during the day. A little bit of cloud there forming tomorrow night, but look at this, lovely conditions down to about 5-7 degrees and then headed for the low 20s, 21s, 22s in the forecast right throughout the Central Coast Lake, Newcastle, Port Stephens, and we've got 21s in the forecast even for the valley tomorrow. We could have some frost close to it, expected to remain just above freezing. It may be freezing though on the ground. It is usually just a little bit colder there underfoot. The swell, not much, very quiet times this week, so another small day on the way. Sun to rise 6:36 down at 5:21, hitting the high tide tomorrow morning before 11, and that swell now dropping below a metre. Lovely conditions Thursday, Friday, Saturday, bit of cloud building on Sunday, still fine, not bad there as we move into early next week, and we may see a bit of that wet weather which will be affecting the northern New South Wales coast more so next week, so the valley should remain fine and lots of 20s in the forecast, and then that rain arriving Wednesday of next week, but the Central Coast looking good as well. Well, as I said, we've got a little bit of beach weather. It's been nice, lots of shorts, t-shirts out for people walking around enjoying the sunshine.
You're saying that you're not pregnant. Why is Harper banging on about being a single mother?
Because we're going to call her. You're just taking I am. And watch you destroy yourself.
I'm so excited for Cash. Dying to know if he got down on one knee.
Oh, totally. He's old school.
It's awesome news, isn't it? I'm so stoked for them.
By my calculations, you and Remy should be up next year.
I don't even go. I am surrounded by loved-up couples. You and Dana seem pretty made for each other too.
Were you thinking this whole happy to be single thing?
Not a chance. But I am happy for all of you.
Are you home later? I'm cooking.
I've got to head to Remy's place, pick something up, and then I've got night shift. Too bad. We'll save you leftovers. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, did you mean that? About Dana and I being right for each other?
Well, you are cute together, and you were preparing to be a dad last week. So.
Yeah. Guess it's lucky no one was pregnant in the end.
Be honest, you were a tiny bit disappointed. It was a false alarm.
No, Dana and I have been back together all but 5 minutes. I'm not ready for fatherhood.
Well, for the record, I'm ready to be the coolest auntie ever.
Sorry, no chance.
Stop stalling and answer the question. Does he know that I'm pregnant? But he doesn't know who the father is. After everything about not telling us all, I didn't tell him directly. Actually, it's your fault. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I was really careful about keeping your secret, even though I'm actually supposed to tell Xander everything. No, you're not. Come on, how is this on me? He heard you talking to me about the baby. It was pretty relieved when I realised the truth. what if he tells someone? They sworn to secrecy. All right? I'm going to drill it in again, dear. Do you think it's too soon to go home? Yeah, probably. I mean, it was pretty clear that she needed space. I can't believe we're back here. It's not like Irene to be mean. It's just the alcohol talking. I know, but still. Hi, John. Okay.
Oh, why? Something happened?
I caught her drinking at work. I had to send her home. I just don't know what else we can do. There's only so many times that she can tell us to leave her alone.
This is getting worse.
Maybe I should go around there and try and smooth things over.
Or maybe we could consider not interfering anymore.
Just because Irene's pushing us away doesn't mean we need to stop trying.
If you force this, she's just going to isolate herself and start drinking harder. So what do we do? Well, guys, we talked about this. I know it's getting worse. But she's not going to get help until she's ready to accept help. I get that it's hard stepping back, okay? But you've all tried reaching out. Now it's time for her to meet us halfway. I just want to ask you something.
Oh, did you hear about Cash and Eden?
Yeah, that's terrific. I just wonder, how do we treat patients who don't want to be helped?
Well, the simple answer is that you can't. Not against their will. Most patients, they're just scared more than anything.
Scared of getting better?
Scared of feeling so vulnerable. Usually the most hostile patients are the most frightened.
I'm sure I'm going to do the next time I have a heart attack.
That's the joy I know. Hey. Discretion's part of my job. If there's any way I can help.
You'll enjoy the rest of your day.
Dinner's not far off.
Yeah, I'm being serious. Okay, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that nobody finds out about Harper.
Okay, alright, I get it.
No, I need you to really get it, alright? Because she's very stressed, and it's not good for her. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. And also, I did tell her that,
What? How did that happen?
It's irrelevant. What's relevant is that nobody finds out about Harper until she tells them herself, okay? So that divorce sounds
Liver sounds want to be my cooking.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know you were here. Well, I do live here, so. Well, man, it actually smells delish. Wait, where's that bottle of red?
Just in the car.
So, Harper's pregnant, huh? Irene? I wasn't sure if it was okay to come home yet. Irene? What have you done?
I slipped on a wet patch on the kitchen floor.
You didn't sleep in the kitchen. I mean, did you fall down the stairs?
Stop fussing with it. Oh.
Okay, yeah, let's just sit back down.
I just got up too quick.
Did you lose consciousness when we fell? Okay, let's get you checked out at the hospital, especially if you might have lost consciousness.
There's no need for any of that.
Please don't argue with me. This could be serious. Let's go.
Take her back. Then touch the slide.
think.
If we win in the KR, I'm dropping on a knee. That's like non-negotiable.
Sometimes I'm too much for people. Babe, it's literally like I'm setting up our wedding.
My mum, when I
So growing up, Lawrence never had family dinners because someone was always missing at the table.
and they never had her.
Lawrence and I have never argued. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, don't say that. Babe, stick to the measurements. Babe.
Don't tell me to chill out.
How are you able to cook an amazing piece of lamb like this?
Can we win this comp?
Yes. Are we getting engaged? Yes.
The sweethearts are coming to NKR.
Hey. Is that the McSmart meal from Macca's?
Yeah, 2 burgers, small fries and drink for $6.95.
Smart.
The legendary figure skating duo return for their last ever Australian tour. Tolville and Dean, June 21 and 22 at Kudos Bank Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketek.
Sportsbet's new feed is powered by actual intelligence, like Greg here. He's from the future. Actually, I'm from Werribee. Close enough. Unlike a robot, he can select all the bicycles in this photo. Bicycle. Try again, shiphead. And he shares his bets on the feed, so you can copy real bets from real people. Sportsbet's new feed, powered by actual intelligence.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Transform your home with Luxaflex. The unparalleled blend of luxury, heritage, and innovation in window coverings. Transcend literally. Luxaflex.
There's never been so much great sport on, and so many different ways to enjoy it. Take hubby. Paint roller in his left, Monaco in his right. And Junior, he's breaking down the Lakers' latest game. Momentum plus gravity equals... And our oldest, who moved out last year, but always comes back for the big game. Finally, there's me. Footy time! And what I like the footy, I love a home crowd. Teo, get on board.
Mitsubishi Triton this year with up to 3.5 ton towing.
It'll be back. When it's ready.
Husband and wife box office battle as Blake Lively takes on Ryan Reynolds. She's joining Sunrise for breakfast with a special gift for her Aussie fans. Plus, the cherry on top. Be watching to win a brand new luxury car. Start with Sunrise tomorrow morning. This program brought to you by Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
It's a waste of time. Indulge me. Once you get the all clear, I'll drive you straight back home. Irene! Oh, it looks like you've given yourself quite the nod. Yeah, look, it looks worse than it actually is. This one insisted that we come here. She wasn't checking. Okay, well, how about letting me take a look? Make yourself comfortable. Yeah. Hurry along, please. I'm assuming you dress this yourself. Keep looking forward for me. How did this happen? She fell down the stairs at home. Are you having alcohol tonight? A couple, maybe 3 glasses of whiskey. I'll be in the waiting room if you need me. That's going to need sutures, and I'd like to run a CT and get some cuts done too. All this palaver over and the nick and the bump. Just let me rule some things out. Well, can we speed it up, please? How about I call a friend, John, maybe? He's the very last person I want to see. Okay.
can be cleaned up. Look, I think it's awesome. If a baby's what Harper wants.
Right, enough with the questions.
Seriously? Well, no one else can find out, okay? Especially not Harper. So, I'll tell her. She's listening to me. What do I do?
Take a breath. Answer it.
Answer it. Hi, what's up? Hi. What? Is she okay? Okay. Yeah, no, I'll be there soon. Okay.
Well, that didn't sound good.
No, I really fell and hit her head. What? Yeah, Harper's taking her to the ED. Is she badly hurt? I don't know. We're gonna get some tests, I think. I'm gonna go.
Just give me a sec, I'll take you.
No, meet me there. Just tell everyone. Okay. Oh my goodness. Is Irene seriously injured? I don't know, but Harper was worried enough to take her to Northern Districts Hospital. Sandra and I are heading over there now if anyone wants a lift. I'll take you for it.
Whoa, are we really sure that everyone just rocking up there's the right way to go about this?
It's me, and Irene's hurt. Of course I'm going over there.
And I hate to say this, but I think me turning up as well might just make matters worse.
You calm down, and we'll close up here.
Hey, didn't she make her feelings clear earlier?
She needs me.
No? Let us know how Irene is.
Give her a laugh. Do you think that this accident was caused by her drinking?
No doubt about it. Oh, I feel like such a lousy friend.
It's the last thing you are, John.
I hate this. All I want to do is be there for her, and she won't let me.
What else did Bree say? When Irene was clearly upset, she wouldn't be seeing it like that. Bree, Bree's taking good care of her. The gash on her head is nasty. Moving when she fell? No. She'd been drinking, I don't know how much. That doesn't sound like that, right?
At all.
Was she upset about something? She was very clear that she wanted the house to herself. She didn't say why. Where is she? She's just through there, but she wasn't in the mood for company. Just needs addressing now. I promised you a CT. Lauren is sick of being here. My head is starting to throb. I'll organise you some paracetamol. It is likely that you have a mild concussion. Hi, how are you feeling? What is she doing here? I was worried. Harper said you fell. Well, Harper needs to mind her own flippant business. I'm worried about you. Can you get her out of here, please? I mean, you as a friend. Yeah, well, I had a gutful on my so-called friends and their judgment. Maybe you shouldn't. I'll go get you that paracetamol. Is there something that I should know about? If it's important from a medical perspective. Irene's a recovering alcoholic. She's been sober for years. She's recently relapsed. I say, I'm terrified. You know, I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to help her. And she clearly needs help.
It's the show on everyone's mind.
It's been difficult. It's been a revolving door or a revolving door. I don't know, is it? One of those doors. That'll be on the front bar.
Yes, you're right, Craig. It will be.
Alan Sanderlands walks through the revolving door on the front bar tonight, 8:30. Newcastle, get ready. The global smash hit musical Mary Poppins is on its way. Playing at Civic Theatre, but only for 3 weeks from October 5. Book at marypoppinsnewcastle.com.au.
How far would you go to keep your home smelling fresh? With Airwick Body Neutralizing Spray. Aerosol-free home fragrances infused with natural essential oils for up to 70 days of freshness. Maybe it's a breath of fresh Airwick. Hey, are you currently receiving NBN services or have a home care package in the Hunter region? Tired of your services being late or cancelled? Then now's the time to say goodbye to frustration and hello to reliability. Make the switch to home care and experience the difference. Get back to your day with
It's Nurofen for children for pain and fever relief for up to 8 hours. Nurofen for children. Available for a great price every day at Chemist Warehouse.
A sprinkle of chili didn't soap on the tongue. Sour cream that's so rich you can't help but say, if your liver chops so cooked and deliciously mighty, then you're born to suggest this kettle's pretty darn mighty.
If your credit card debt is keeping you up at night, move your balance to a now low-rate card and save on interest with 0% per annum on balance transfers for 28 months, so you can get your finances and your sleep back on track. Now, more than money.
Supercoat dogs live their best life because Supercoat is made with our very own smart blend of high-quality ingredients, plus 22 essential vitamins and minerals, nourishing dogs to be at their best. Supercoat.
Fresh feels the best in all of us. And right now, enjoy great fresh specials on healthier lunchbox snacks, like Australian strawberries 250 grams, now just $3.50 a punnet, and packed in your boot. That's today's fresh food people.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care!
History is happening right now at the Sydney Newark Theatre. Hamilton. Don't miss your last chance. Book at Ticketmaster.
It's weird, on the screen it looks like you've got two tiny little black legs and a massive head.
Back is giving away life-changing money.
What would you do with 100 grand?
Ukulele.
What's up with your old ukulele?
I think I can get a better one.
I'm not going to lie, mate. This 100 grand is wasted on you.
The 1% Club UK. Next up.
It's golf, but louder. Into Live Golf history. 7 Plus is the home of Live Golf.
Yeah. What's going on? How's Irene? Physically, she's doing okay, but I think she's still in denial.
Is there a way to back off? No, you're saying it like it's a fact. Maybe there's something I could have said.
John, we're all in the same boat. I did the opposite to you, and that didn't help either.
We're all doing the best we can, mate.
Where are you going?
I just got to check something at the club.
What? This late?
If you hear from here again, you call me.
This is breaking his heart.
Don't worry, mate. I'll keep an eye on it.
Thank you, Justin. Just give me a minute.
Finally. So how much longer is this going to take? The CT scan was normal, but you have given yourself a mild concussion. Great. So I can go home. I'd like to keep you overnight. You just said everything looked normal. I think that we both know that that's not entirely true. Great. So Leah's being black.
Leah's just worried about you. And frankly, Irene now, so am I.
All right. In the past, yes, I have had a bit of a problem with drinking, but I have got this under control.
I'm not here to judge you.
Really? Because it sure sounds like it.
How about we make a deal? You can stay here and I'll manage you for alcohol withdrawal, start you on the Thymol IV, which should make you feel better.
I want to go home.
And I promise that I won't keep you here a second longer than you need to be. There is an entire waiting room out there full of people worrying about you. I'll have more of a chance of getting them to leave if they know you're being looked after. Irene's fine. A mild concussion. She's agreed to stay in overnight, but it's only a small portion. Oh, that's good news. Can we see her? Maybe tomorrow. She needs some rest.
Well, I guess there's nothing else we can do here.
Just pass on a message.
Oh, of course.
Just let everyone know that
it up, and anything that she needs, we're here. This up. I've been thinking, is it usual for people with mild concussion to be kept in overnight? Saying the same thing. No, it's not. Means usually pretty upfront was. Yeah, but we never really questioned why this was a dry house. Or whatever's going on with her, I guess we just have to be there for her. Absolutely. It's just really sad. How are you feeling? When you're ready, you might want to read of this. Because all the world's problems can be solved by a glossy pamphlet. It's just something to think about. You've always struck me as a strong person. Lead with a compliment, then go in for the kill, all right? Let me have it. What I was going to say is that alcoholism is a disease. Help's available. There's steps that you can take to try and fix. Bree, this ain't my first rodeo. I have been here more times than I can count. It's your decision. But I can recommend somebody to speak to, or their rehab clinics. I can do this on my own. If you've been here before, then you know how hard this is. Just tonight, I've seen you push Leah away, and I'm pretty sure you've done a similar thing to John. But don't leave them. There is no shame in feeling scared. Just like there is no shame in asking your friends for help. I'm not ungrateful. I know you mean well, but I just want to be left alone. Okay, I'll come and check up on you later.
Sex crime squad detectives have charged a man for breaching a supervision order. Police attended an address in Summersby where they arrested a 57-year-old man. He was refused bail to appear before Gosford local court. Urban planners are advocating for more regional centres and housing diversity to tackle nationwide affordability. According to the latest quarterly house price data, towns such as Cessnock boast attainable medians of $590,000. Consultancy group Hatch says existing infrastructure could be built on. 8 projects to improve community wellbeing will be tested and evaluated in the region. They will use low-intensity mental health interventions. The local primary health network has committed almost $800,000 to support non-clinical solutions. More news soon.
How was your promotion thing?
I don't know.
Well, I'm so proud of you, Dad. I got you something in the glove box. And before you ask, they didn't have fruit and nut.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Your cat's immune system is one of her natural protective systems. Help strengthen it with Purina One with Immune Defense Plus, a specialty blend that helps support her immune health to help her lead a healthy life. Purina One with Immune Defense Plus.
Moving home? Make your next move a good move. All done. With Energy Australia, you can move your energy online in minutes and get power on the day you move. Book your move online today. Some things in life you might regret, and there are some things you don't. Get 5 low-price scheduled services for $199 each as standard. You don't regret a Honda.
Meet Nicole. I was told that I had plantar fasciitis. Everything changed when she got fitted for Good Feet arch supports. Within a week or two, I noticed such a difference. See if arch supports can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Fresh feels the best in all of us. And right now, enjoy great weekly specials on midweek family favourite meals. Like chicken sandwich schnitzels now just $1.40 each, save $1.40. That's half price. And delivered right to your door. That's today's fresh food people.
Next up, flex your brain muscles.
Which yoga move comes next in this sequence?
With the 1% Club UK.
I said help.
Help! Did you think if you wrote help, something would ping up?
Lil Mac is searching for Britain's biggest brains.
It's weird, on the screen it looks like you've got two tiny little black legs and a massive head.
The 1% Club UK. Next up on 7 and 7 Plus. This program proudly brought to you by The Nightly, Australia's only evening newspaper delivered free to your device. thenightly.com.au.
You didn't want a guy, we're going to sneak up on him. Sorry. Any news? Arian's got concussion. They're going to keep her there overnight, but she's going to be okay. For now. I should have picked my bullet and gone to the hospital. Well, when you said Irene refused visitors, so there's nothing you could have done anyway, mate. Well, how often have I heard that lately? Is this doing any good? Not to get the head around. Maybe I could help. Maybe I could go through it with you. Yeah, thanks.
Again, you don't have a problem. It was just a little nip, just suits my nerves. You're in hospital on an IV after quite a bad fall. If you need to drink that badly, then you're not well.
If this program has raised any personal concerns, please contact Alcoholics Anonymous on 1300 222 222.
Are you engaged? You put up anything? I wanted to throw his engagement party. Although he's not invited. Well, congratulations, Rita. Yes. I'm really happy for you, Regan. How'd you turn up to Regan's place? I might have overstepped there.
Hey, big brother.
What are you doing here?
Starting a party.
Everyone doesn't want me there. No one to respect that, Abby. Again, you're going. If you go to a party, it's going to go through a funeral and a fire.
You can watch Home and Away and a massive lineup of Australia's favourite shows anytime for free on 7 Plus. Stop paying, start watching.
Start us now.